Doctor, good morning, and thanks for your time with us. Let's start with your reaction to this decision by Secretary Kennedy. I should also mention this is something that he said he would not do when he was confirmed, but here we are. The entire panel has been gutted.
Right. It's absolutely shocking. I'm sad also. I personally know some of the members on the ACIP in the United States. And really, what's perhaps most troubling is the accompanying Wall Street Journal opinion piece that he wrote, where he explains in very classic doublespeak that with the stated goal of increasing the public's confidence in public health authorities, at the same time, he undermined the work of the CDC and the ACIP with completely unjustified and unfounded allegations regarding conflicts of interest as the reason for this wholesale change. Now, he hasn't announced yet who is going to be replacing the members of the ACIP, but I can tell you the ones that were there were really well-regarded experts in the various fields in which you need to be able to make recommendations for vaccines, whether it comes to pediatrics, infectious diseases, public health, epidemiology, health economics, nursing, pharmacy, and it's really quite shocking that these people and their work were just cast away like that.
I want to get into the fallout in just a second, but I do want to ask you, are you a little scared, Doctor, about who might end up on the panel now?
I am, because if you look at some of the choices that RFK Jr. has made, if you look at the choice of Surgeon General, who's largely considered to be unqualified for the position. If you look at the person that he's headed to look at the link between autism and vaccines, something that's already been well established in studies, including millions of children demonstrating that there is no link between the MMR vaccine and the development of autism. Well, he's chosen a notoriously biased person to lead that, who has personal interests in these sham treatments for autism and has blamed MMR vaccine as a cause of autism. So his previous choices are really quite concerning with regards to the choices that will be made for the future members of the ACIP.
Yeah, there seems to be a real focus on these mRNA vaccines, which we all know of because of COVID, and I guess any plans for an H5N1 flu vaccine or bird flu vaccine have been put to the side. I do want to ask you then, Doctor, about the impact on public health. What could it mean in practical terms? What could it mean in terms of disinformation being more widely spread?
I think he's already started with the disinformation, where he said in his Wall Street Journal piece that he doesn't want pro-vaccine people or anti-vaccine people on the committee. And really, this is not, how can you have a vaccine advisory committee that is agnostic about the benefits of vaccines? I think vaccination in general, RFK Jr. has already said that he has a hard time saying that it's a benefit that there are vaccines that have been a benefit for mankind. So he's constantly putting in doubt things that have been well established scientifically with regards to vaccine. And that is exactly the type of thing that can lead to misinformation and vaccine hesitancy. So I think that's already ongoing. Now, what the ACIP will do in terms of reviewing its current recommendations remains to be seen. I can only hope that they won't be revising well-established primary vaccination schedules for children that have already been shown to be perhaps the greatest public health, have the greatest public health impact in terms of saving lives, compared to second only to clean drinking water. So it remains to be seen, but I'm very concerned both about the direct impacts of their upcoming recommendations, as well as the trickle-down effect it has on public trust in public health authorities, but especially with regards to vaccination.
Dr. Papenburg, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. Dr. Jesse Papenburg is a pediatric infectious disease specialist. We'll be right back.